All right, everybody, it's the Donk. I'm still at the house. Got up late this morning. Headed out to buy some ribs for the River Rats barbecue in the morning. I'm going to take you to Walmart with me so you can help me pick out some ribs. Sound like fun. Plus, it gives me a chance to play with my new camera and edit some video, do some practicing so I can put this River Rats review video together. So let's go to Walmart, have some fun.
And you can save up to 70%. Call now. 1-800-900-1904. That's 1-800-900-1904. 1-800-900-1904.
Fast internet is awesome. But it's not so awesome if you can't afford it. That's why Extreme, powered by Mediacom, is introducing something pretty awesome. New Access Internet 60. Real high-speed internet for a real low price. Finally, you don't have to compromise on your speed to get the price you need. Access Internet 60 gives you fast
look at there.
up to 60 meg with powerful in-home Wi-Fi
Mama's
for
here.
$24.99 a month for a year. That's real high-speed internet for less than $25 a month. Switch to Extreme, powered by Mediacom today.
Mama done beat me to Walmart. That's her truck right there. Oh boy, here we go. Headed into Walmart. Okay, it looks like Mama's done beat me into Walmart. I don't know what she's bought, but I'm gonna go in there and catch her and we'll see. I hope she didn't go to the beef section because I want to go to the pig section, the pig farm. That's where the ribs are. We'll find out here in just a second what she's went and got. On this video, I don't have my smoker set up, so I'm going to do a little cheat on the ribs, and I'm going to take you through that process and show you how I do it in a pressure cooker and in the oven. But they'll turn out real good ribs. They'll be nice and tender, and you'll enjoy those. But we're going to go through the process of cooking those, and I'll show you that on this video. But right now, let's head into Walmart and see what Mama's got. Don't look like she's got my ribs. She's already in checkout. Some kind of little fan looking thing. Oh boy. Okay, Mama didn't get no ribs, so I'm gonna have to do it myself, which is good because I already know what I'm gonna get. Let's go to the rib section. These look pretty good. Got lots of meat on them, but there's only 2 of them. Oh no! Now what do we do? What are these? Leave it back. Well, there's some more, but they're not as fat. Well, looks like I need 6 slabs, so that's what I'm gonna get here. Six slabs of ribs there, people. That ought to feed several. All right, now we need to grab some hamburger. Now there is 32 beef burgers. Got what we want. 100% pure beef burgers. Let's give them a go. All right, let's head home. Start cooking. Okay, guys, we've made it back home. I've got 6 slabs of baby back ribs at Walmart, and in this video, we're gonna show you how to peel the membrane off of it and prepare it for cooking in the pressure cookers. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to cheat a little bit. My smoker is kind of out of service at the moment, so we're going to do 2 pressure cookers for 6 ribs. That'll be 3 ribs per pressure cooker, and the cooking process alone will take about 5 hours. And we're going to show you how to prepare those and get them ready to cook, and how to marinate them. Normally I'd marinate my baby back ribs overnight in the refrigerator with the various different concoctions. You can use apple juice, beer, about anything actually, orange juice. I've got apple cherry juice that I'm going to try this time. I've never used that before, so we're going to try that. And I'll show you how to prepare that. So let's get started. First off, we're going to remove the membranes from the ribs, and then we'll get them ready to prepare them for marinade. All right, before we get started, it's always important to wash your hands anytime you're handling meat, especially chicken. So we're going to soap our hands down here a little bit. Make sure we get our hands washed. And you just do that before we start handling the meat. All right, on this meat, these are pork baby back ribs. I found 2 slabs that had a lot of meat on it, and 4 slabs that wasn't very meaty, but we'll just have to go with it because that's all Walmart had. But this one's a nice slab, got lots of meat on it. But on the back, before you do anything, you're going to have to peel the membrane off the back. I always start at the narrow end and pull it off to the more wider end down here. And this stuff is really hard to get a hold of, so what I do is I'll put it on hot water, and that helps me get a better grip on that membrane. So I'll rub that down a little bit. That way we can get the membrane started here off the smaller end. And I personally would not put this stuff down the garbage disposal. I'd let the dogs have it or pitch it over the fence or something. You can see that right on the very tip. I've got a hold of that membrane, and I'm going to try to separate that. And sometimes it peels sideways and you have to start over, but you separate that membrane from the back side of the ribs all the way down. That's got to come off. That helps to make your ribs more tender, and it marinates better. So we about got it here. all the way off the other end. There you go. First rib done. And that's how you marinate the ribs. I mean, not marinate, but pull the membrane off. So rib number 2.
That's really hard to get hold of. There you go.
Well, we've got a lot of fat on it, which is good. That fat, a lot of its flavor. All that white right there, that's a lot of fat on that backside of that rib. You want to hang on to that. Alrighty, we've got all them ribs peeled, all that membrane off there. We're going to make the marinade now. Like I said, normally I would do this overnight in the refrigerator, but because we're pressed for time on our River Rats barbecue tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and reduce that down to about 2 hours, 3 hours of marinade time. What I've got today, and I've not used this, but I've got apple cherry juice, and I'm going to try that. And we're just going to pour that in the pan for our marinade. Just a little bit, and I'll pour some over top of the meat when I get it in there. And because I'm not using my smoker and I'm doing this in the pressure cooker, I'm going to put a little bit of liquid smoke in there just to keep that smoke flavor, so I don't cook it all out in the pressure cooker. Otherwise, I wouldn't use this on the smoker itself if I was cooking these ribs in the smoker. But since it's in the pressure cooker, we're just going to put a little bit in there. And I don't measure it. I just dump a little in there just for the flavor. And I'm going to put a little bit of barbecue sauce in there. I like to use hickory and brown sugar, Sweet Baby Ray's. We'll put some of that in there for the marinade. As far as the rubs go, I will put rubs on these ribs, but that's later on in the process before we put them in the oven and before we pressure cook them. But it's a rub that I've made myself. I won't give the ingredients on that. I'll keep that a secret, but you can buy rubs at the store already pre-made. You can do that and put those on your ribs and your meats, your briskets and butts. But so let's get this all mixed up. And then we'll let this set out. I'm not going to put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to let this sit out for about 2, maybe 3 hours. And just let it soak in the juice before we put it in the pressure cooker. Alrighty. There's some brown sugar involved in this also. Later on in the cooking process, you'll want to have some brown sugar on hand. I hope I've got enough. I think I do. But we'll see when we get to that point. These baby backs, I'm going to lay them in the pan, meat side down, with the back of the rib sticking up. I'm going to use 2 of these pans just to be sure we can get them all covered real good. And I'll pour some more juice on that. So we'll let these set for about 2 hours, 3 hours in the marinade. And then we'll go on to putting them in the pressure cookers and getting them ready to be cooked. Which I said is going to be about 5 hours to do that. So we'll do the other pan and let them set a few hours, and then we'll move on to the next section. Alrighty, they've been set for about 2 hours. I'm just going to go with 2 hours on the marinade. we'll get started here on cooking them in the pressure cookers here just shortly. So let's get to cooking. All right, guys, here we are. We got us a slab of meat here, some baby back ribs. Whenever you're pressure cooking, you're going to want to put a little bit of your marinade sauce. Take it out of your pan that you marinated with. I don't have much here, just a little bit, if you can see that. It doesn't take a whole lot. Just dump it in your pressure cooker. Just dump it right in there. And you don't need a lot, because as you're cooking this meat, it's going to cook off some of the fat, and it's going to make its own juices inside the pressure cooker. So you don't need a whole lot of that marinade in there. Now, this is the point where we're going to put the rub on. I'm not going to tell you what the rub is. We're going to put it on the meat, good and thick, and then we're going to rub it in with our hands and get it down into the meat. A lot of the flavor comes from this rub too, along with that liquid smoke and the fat. It makes it really good. You're going to want to do both sides. You want to do the meaty side and the back side also. Rub it right down into the meat, good and thick. Now the later process will be, I'll cook this in the pressure cooker for about 4 hours. And then we'll transfer this onto another pan, and we'll bake this in the oven for about another hour. But we'll do that with barbecue sauce and brown sugar on top of it. So that'll give it even some more flavor. So once you get your meat rubbed in with the rub, just curl it up in your cooker. These cookers, my cookers, hold about 3 ribs. You just wrap them around in there, just like that, and then get 3 of them in there, and then start your cooking process on there. And we'll do that here in just a second. Alrighty, there they are. I got 3 ribs in this cooker, and I got 3 ribs in that cooker. So we're ready to cook for about 4 hours, and we're going to do that. These pressure cookers have a slow cook feature. So that's what we're going to put, slow cook. And we'll let these cook for about 4 hours in the pressure cooker, and then we'll transfer them over to the oven for another hour, and they'll cook in the oven. Alrighty, Mama's made it home, so I got a little help on the last segment of getting these things in the oven. So we'll just go right ahead and get started here. I'll show you what you got to do to prepare it for the oven, and it'll be in the oven for about an hour, and then we'll be done with this video. All right, we've got to save myself a little time on the video. I went ahead and took them out of the pressure cooker and put them in the pan. But right now, it's basically just put a little bit of brown sugar on them and some barbecue sauce, and they're ready to go in the oven. I'm real generous with this brown sugar. I really like the brown sugar on there. But I'll just put it on there really thick. Make sure there's a pretty good even coat on there. We'll douse it in Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. And I'm real generous with that too. I just make sure it's just covered on there really, really well. I've set the oven at 375 degrees to finish these off. So about an hour they'll come out a little firmer. Right now they're just so tender they just fall apart. Alrighty. We're ready to put them in the oven, Mama. Go ahead and slide them in there and I'll get the door for you. Alright guys, we'll come back to you in about an hour and show you the end result. And appreciate y'all showing up for my little cooking video. And Mama too. Wait, Mama. Be back in a little bit. Alright guys, we've come to the end of our video. We're about to take out our ribs out of the oven, and Mama's going to do that, and then we'll have a look at them, and then this video will be over with. You want to go get them out, Mom? They've been in there about an hour, so they should come out looking really good. They sure smell good.
Oh, my glasses are foggy.
Oh, them look beautiful. All right, let's get a look at them. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, look at them. They look perfect. Got a good glaze on them. Stick a fork in them things, they just fall apart. So we're all set for the River Rats barbecue tomorrow morning. Starts at 10 o'clock, goes to 2. So if you want to come on out, we're going to continue a video for our 2019 in review video. So come check us out. All right, everybody. Thanks for sharing your time with us. I hope I didn't keep you too long. We're kind of anxious to get out on Austin Lake tomorrow and do our barbecue. Appreciate you spending your time with us on the video and watching me cook. We'll see you tomorrow.